Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, please click on like and subscribe. If you've been here before, welcome back. This is just going to be another basic short lesson on a speed square. So I'm pretty new at building stuff. I know some basic stuff about the speed square. If someone would have taught me earlier, I probably could have done some more stuff with it. So I'm just going to show you the basics. We're not going to go over the hip and the roof angles and stuff like that today. We're just going to do the common basic stuff that the speed square will help you do. So first of all, on your lip here, when you slide this up against the edge, if you've got a nice straight edge over here, what this will do is this will give you a 90-degree angle here, obviously, and a 45-degree angle over here. Now, if you need to cut an angle like a 30-degree angle, what you would do is once you slide this up against here, you can make a pencil mark here if you're new. If you're pretty good at it, you don't need to. But what we're going to do is we're going to pivot this around. And when you pivot it, you want to make sure you keep your corner in position. You don't want this to slide up or down the board because you'll lose your angle if you do. So what you want to do is you want to keep that pivoted around until you get to whatever angle you want. So in this case, I'm doing 30 degrees. So I'm lining my 30 degrees up, straight down the line here. Take our pencil and draw a line. And that gives you a 30-degree angle. And that works for any of the angles written on the outside edge of the board. So if for some reason you want to do a 20-degree angle, same thing, you pivot it around, you get to 20. Draw your line. Now you've got a 20-degree angle. All right, let's say we're trying to rip a 2x6 in half. Half of the 2x6 is 2 3/4 inches. 2x6 is only 5.5 inches wide. So what I would do is I would go up here to my speed square. I'd find the 2 3/4 inch mark on here. Now some of these speed squares have these fast notches, some do not. The ones with these notches here, they cost a little bit more, but they're well worth it if you use a lot. I'm gonna lay this down, and what I'm gonna do is put my pencil in the 2 3/4 mark and just slide it down the board. And that'll actually give me half my board. I'll know where to cut my board at in half. On the face of it here, you'll see little dots on yours, or you may have lines. There'll be some sort of a measurement here. Again, depending on your tool, they're all a little bit different. But these little circles here are evenly spaced from here. So basically, if you want to make even marks, we could put marks at each one of those. And as you can see already on marked here, when I flip my speed square over, if I draw lines, I'm doing this quickly so they're not perfect, but I've got evenly spaced lines. So another thing I can do, let's say we've got a board that's got a jagged edge on it. So I drew this dark line just for so you can see what the jagged edge would look like. We can obviously take our square and cut this across to make a 90-degree angle here. We cut this off. You can also slide this over and use this as a fence for your saw. So if you got a circular saw, slide this over, put your circular saw here, use this as a fence and guide it across so you can cut that board evenly. You can also take whatever you're doing, let's say you're doing a 2x4 and you want to put it on the outside edge of this board and not the end of the board. You can actually lay that over the top, leave yourself a little gap on the other side and draw a line. And that way when you cut it off, it's perfectly straight with whatever you're putting up against it. So if you're making a box or a square pattern of some sort, table, anything you'd have to square up, drop that in the corner and that'll make sure you've got a nice 90-degree angle. I don't have any 45s cut, but again, you could do the same thing with a picture frame. So if you're putting on a picture frame or anything with a mitered corner, you could check your mitered corner and square it up with this also. So you can set your speed square on a flat surface and check for a 90-degree angle, such as that. All right, let's say we need an angle cut on this board. Let's say we're making a cornhole table. You need 11-degree pitch on it. What we can do is we can take our square, line it up here. I'm going to put my pivot point at the top of my board. I'm going to rotate this down until I get to 11 degrees. Once I get to the 11 degrees, take my pencil and mark the top. So when I cut that, I'm gonna have 11-degree pitch. Then when I set this down on the ground, I'll have my 11-degree angle for my cornhole boards. Now again, there's probably 100 other things you can do with a speed square. That's just kind of the basics. I'll probably do some more videos later on. I really don't do roofing and things like that. So as far as all the measurements I've shown you, that's probably all I'll ever need on here. But hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully that gets you started. Have a great day. Please click on like and subscribe.